Here we are, guys, in a new Minecraft world. What's the first thing we do? Oh yeah, that's right, punch a tree! Bam! Ah! That was a terrible idea! Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Damien and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase. Today we're checking out the Realistic Survival mod. This mod changes everything you thought you knew about Minecraft, making it a lot harder to survive on your own in a Minecraft world. Definitely a very challenging mod and very interesting. If you guys enjoyed this mod, take 1 second to smack that like button. Let's aim for 50 plus likes on this video, and also comment down below and tell me which mod you want to see me spotlight next. Anyways, guys, let's get started with this mod. So like I mentioned, this basically changes the mechanics of Minecraft. So here we are in a brand new world, and we're going to be trying to survive like we normally do in Minecraft, but there's a few changes. First things first, of course, you would punch a tree in Minecraft in order to get your tools that you would need, but as you can see, if I go ahead and punch this tree, it will take quite a while, and once it breaks, I actually will not acquire the log that I need to make sticks and a crafting table and such. So as you can see, once that log breaks, I get nothing. So you're probably wondering, what the heck, how do I start the game if I can't get the tools that I need? Well, guys, you'll need to find a new block added into Minecraft called a rock, and it's basically scattered everywhere in the game, and it's very plentiful, not really too hard to find. You basically just need to break one of these and you get a rock. So using this rock, you could then basically use this as your first pickaxe in Minecraft. So this is equivalent to a stone pickaxe, which is kind of OP, but you will begin to understand why, like, you need this rock and why it's a stone pickaxe. Mainly because they completely swapped out stone tools and wooden tools, so you cannot get that. You'll need to make the jump from this primitive rock to freaking iron tools right off the start of the game. So basically, once you have this rock, guys, you need to dig down until you find stone. It's better if you just find like a place like this, like Highlands, where you could just get the stone right off the wall, or if you find a cave, it'll be a lot easier because you don't want to be digging down with the slow and not really effective rock, because that's going to take quite a while. Anyway, so you see we have some rocks here, or some stones that we just mined out, and once we have that, we can make a furnace out of it, which I'll get to in just a second, but let's go ahead and just grab the 8 that we need. Alright, so we have 8, enough for a furnace. So let's go ahead and grab some other rocks by basically just hitting the ground until we gather like a full inventory full of them. And as you can see, they're not stackable, so they won't or you cannot carry a lot of them in your inventory. So once you have a bunch of rocks, you can basically right click to throw them at the ground and create flint. So if you go ahead and just right click to throw them at the ground, a small percentage of it will become flint. So let's go ahead and just keep doing that until we get some. Apparently we just threw 9 of them at the ground and we got no flint. So if you could just try it out one more time. Let's go ahead. There we go, we got 1 flint, and we need 2 more in order to make our first axe in order to cut down the trees. So if you could just get 1 more here. There we go. So we got 3 flint now. And now, in order to create our flint axe, in order to get the wood, we need to get branches next. And to get branches, you basically need to punch the leaves until you get the branches, which they drop. So in addition to dropping the saplings, they also drop branches now. And once you get the branch, you put it into your inventory and you get 2 sticks. So once you have the 2 sticks and the 3 flint, use your 3 flint to create the flint axe head. And then you'll need to get the flint axe head with the stick and another item which you get by punching out the grass called a cord. And you can then create your first axe. So it's a bit more complicated than the normal Minecraft, but obviously it's more realistic because you're using flint instead of just using wooden axes and stuff to cut down a tree, which doesn't make any sense. So as you can see, guys, once you combine your flint axe head along with your stick and your cord, you get your first flint axe, which you'll be using for the majority of the game. Then, of course, you can acquire your wood like that. Definitely pretty cool, and this is equivalent to a stone tool. So once you have your wood, guys, you'll need to gather a bunch of them in order to create a crafting table. And using the crafting table, you can then create your furnace. And if you go ahead and just grab a bunch of planks here, we'll create our furnace, or our crafting table to create our furnace. And then we will just place our cobblestone in here like that, create our furnace, and then place our furnace down. Now, an interesting thing about this, guys, is that we'll need to find iron, which should be the next thing we need to get. Now, the reason you need iron is to get a shovel, because you cannot actually get dirt or sand using your fist. You will need a shovel, and since you can't craft these stone or wooden tools, you will need iron. So that's definitely pretty challenging. Like I mentioned, you should find a cave because it'll save you a lot of time digging and whatnot. So once you have that, guys, you'll just smelt down your iron in the furnace to get a shovel. You'll gather some sand. Using the sand, you could then make a bottle, which you could gather water with, and then you could get the water in order to quench your thirst. So basically, let me go into creative mode to show you guys what I'm talking about right now. So if you go ahead and we actually don't have permission for that, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, that's basically what I mean. So another cool thing you could do with these cores, guys, is to make strings. So if you go ahead and grab 3 of the cores, you can put them into your crafting table to create 1 string. So if you go around just punching the grass, they also drop seeds and the cords, like I mentioned. And if you get 9 of them, you could create 3 strings, and then using the 3 strings and the sticks, you could create a bow. And yeah, that's basically the basics of the mod. We'll go into some other details, but yeah, that's basically how you would start off a game. So as you can see, we have 3 strings right now, and then we just need to gather 3 sticks in order to make our bow. So as you can see, guys, now we have a bow with no arrows, so you'll need some iron and some flint and some feathers to get that. Well, not iron, you don't need iron for arrows. I'm being a bit weird. You just craft the arrows like you normally would using flint, sticks, and feathers, and that's basically that. So let's go ahead and gather some more stones so we can kind of explain the other things in this mod. Alright, guys, so another thing in this mod is that no mobs actually spawn at night. Well, no, not no mobs, but no hostile mobs, meaning zombies and creepers and all that stuff don't actually spawn anymore. And I guess it's more realistic, but it makes it less of Minecraft since there's no hostile mobs. But they do spawn using mob spawners in dungeons and such, but that's a rare thing to find. So as you can see, here is a dog, and as you can see, he's kind of glitching out here. That's basically because he's panicked, and usually when you get close to passive mobs or neutral mobs now in Minecraft, they tend to run away from you, making hunting a lot more difficult. So as you can see, there's a pig over there. If you go close to the pig, he will sense our presence, and then he will begin to run away or flee from us, making yet again hunting a little bit more difficult and challenging, and making it definitely harder to survive. So as you can see, he saw us there, and he kind of ran away, and this could be very challenging, as you can see, guys, if you have no hunger. So definitely have to do this at the beginning of the game. You need to get that food right at the start. So as you can see, this pig got trapped over here. We could easily now take him out with our flint axe with a few hits. There we go, and now we got some pork chops. So that's basically how you would do the hunting aspect in Minecraft, and that's how it's changed using this mod. But anyways, another cool thing is that you can use the rock to actually do damages towards the pig, meaning that you can actually right click to throw the rock, and when you throw the rock, you can either go back and get the flint from it, or just disappears altogether. Now another cool thing is that with 1 hit with a rock, you can actually kill a chicken, which is very useful. You can then use his feathers to create arrows and such. But as you can see, the pigs do run away, but they do tend to get stuck a lot, meaning that it's not really that hard to kind of capture or hunt down these pigs, but it does take quite a while to chase them down. And if you don't have any hunger, like I mentioned, it'll be very, very difficult. Alright, guys, so here we are in another world, so I can demonstrate a few other things that I would like to mention, and it's actually quite difficult. So first things first, guys, when you're punching out the leaves of the trees, even though you acquired the new item, which is the branch, they took out apples, so you would not be able to get apples from trees, which is kind of really crazy. I would love to get apples, at least a small percentage, because it does help out with your hunger, but now you have no chance of getting apples, and really you need to get those iron tools in order to create a farm. And also, guys, you cannot use the wooden or the stone hoe in order to create tilled grass, so you'll need to get that iron axe or find a village in order to farm. So one last thing, guys, is that the fishing rod cannot actually be used. So I thought, and I know some of you might have been thinking the same thing, hey, I could just use a fishing rod by using the cords to create string and then the branches to create sticks, and just get a fishing rod very easily, and I could just fish and sustain or contain my hunger using that. But basically, guys, if I go ahead and just right click to throw my fishing rod into this water, and then just right click again, it disappears. So there's only 1 use on the fishing rod, so it'll take you like a lot of fishing rods just to get 1 fish. So that's very, very weird to me. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's what the mod creator intended, but that's actually pretty maybe too realistic. I'm pretty sure fishing rods last a lot more than that. Anyways, guys, that basically wraps up today's Minecraft mod spotlight. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Take 1 second to drop a like or a comment down below. I definitely do appreciate all your support. If you guys want to see more of my Minecraft mod spotlights, click on the videos on your screen or in the playlist link below in the description. This was Team Twist, guys, and I'll see you later.